You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host Seth Goldstein interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I am your host, as always, Seth with Podcast Mastery and Goldstein Media. Today I have Thato Dadson, right? I got that right?
Yeah, you got it, man.
I got it right. I've only known him for years, but because he's got Thato and there's no H, and the A is different. So his parents like to really mess with people.
It's being African, man.
Honestly, you should see some Jewish names.
Oh yeah, I bet
that they can be just as bad. So yeah. So he is a business owner, award-winning photographer, a podcaster dedicated to telling powerful stories and helping creatives thrive. He graduated from Wilmington University with a degree in TV studio production. So that explains why he is set up. If you're watching the video, is so on point. He kind of knows what he's doing. And so Thato does, he immediately jumped into that kind of career path for a while there. He was an on-air talent for a while there as well. And then in 2013, he left the television world for branding and marketing. And by 2017, he was ready to get the hell out of Dodge and do his own thing. My words, not his. So today, he is the founder with his lovely wife of 23 Journeys, LLC. He specializes in photography, videography, and creative storytelling while hosting the podcast, aptly named, I may add, 23 Journeys, a network for creatives. He's won multiple awards in the Bucks County, Pennsylvania area, including the 2024 Bucks Happenings Award, I can't speak, for top local wedding videographer. So he knows a thing or two about video. So that's the reason why his video is so damn good. Also a good camera. So Thato, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be here.
Living the dream, buddy?
No, man, living the dream one day at a time. I put my socks on before I put my shoes on, so.
Well, that's kind of helpful. Can you imagine trying to do it the other way around?
Oh, it'd be a little confusing.
A little confusing. You have your socks on the outside and your shoes would stink. So anyhow, we've known each other for, I think, like 6 or 7, no, more than that. Since the teens. Because Pod Match. We met there in Pod Match.
Yeah, that was like 2019 at least.
Yeah, 2019. We get pre-pandemic, yeah. And you've been, you're very prolific on LinkedIn with all your photos, and I've been following your journey. And then recently, it was this year you started 23 Journeys, right?
Yeah, so the 23 Journeys company we've had since 2022, 2021. But we always go by the DBA name of Thato Dadson Images. So basically it's like, all these different holding companies, but then they own, they have all these other different names. Your
account must hate you. Now, which one's this one? Which one's this one? Which one's this one? Exactly. So
yeah. So right now we only have one. We have the main name, 23 Journeys LLC, and then we have the DBA Thato Dadson Images. Those are the only ones that we have at the moment. We had another one,
really?
Premier 360 Tours, but then we ended up just merging everything that was Premier 360 Tours into Thato Dadson Images.
It kind of makes sense because you're the face of it. You're the one that's running around with like a chicken with his head cut off, taking pictures and videos and all that. I mean, we bump into each other at all these events, and of course, Thato always has his camera around his neck, taking video, doing videos, taking photos. And he takes really good photos, like solid photos. Like you get like this shot, which is awesome. So, how did this all get started? Have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, or was it like kind of like you got sick of working for the man, or how'd that work?
I guess you could say it really started from my father. So my father was a college professor before he retired. He was a college professor at Lincoln University. He did business and economics. So
Ooh,
he was
smart
always
guy.
teaching that. So he drilled into my head, my sister's head, and my brother's head. Business, 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 business. Like if you want to be free, you want to do this and blah, blah, blah. You got to have your own business. So like at a younger age, when I first was in college and whatnot, I thought, oh, I could start a little photography
Yeah, why
business and everything.
not?
But I
Yeah.
knew absolutely nothing about business. So
Mhm.
that really was just like, I wasn't getting work. I was getting screwed over by different things. It just,
Happens,
I
yeah.
didn't understand business at all. So I said, you know what, I just need to find some good work and just find a job. Maybe I'll learn from being inside a job. So that's where I ended up working for Verizon in part of
Okay.
their marketing division. We did like all different types of stuff. I did a lot of field marketing and everything, but
Ooh.
it really taught me a lot about like structuring of a business. It taught me
Yeah,
more
that's
about
one thing
like
about working
time.
for corporate. You can learn a lot from that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, time management. I mean, understanding receipts, accounting, all that different type of stuff. So from there, after working there for like almost 5 years, I was like, all right. I hit a point because we just had our first daughter, and
That'll do
the
it.
the schedules that they were just having me on were just insane. I was like, I was never seeing my kids at all. I
Ugh.
mean, it,
Corporate.
it
Yeah.
was, yeah, it was rough. So I eventually left, and I took a leave for some time because like the vision. So like the way like corporate America works, whether it's Verizon or any other company, a lot of times the marketing is done by an outside company,
Uh,
and the outside company that had the contract with Verizon at the time lost their contract to another company. So that other company
oh,
basically absorbed us into them. And I either had a choice. I either could take a layoff with a severance from the old company, or I can get rehired by the new company. And at the time, I was really just upset, just like how everything kind of just went
yeah, yeah. The
and
cookies
stuff.
crumbled. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I just said, forget it. I'm good. So I took the layoff and took some time off during the summer just to kind of get myself together because I was mentally, emotionally
You're
just not.
burned. I
I
mean,
was.
corporate burns. They chew people up and spit you out. These people that have like 30 years in corporate, I don't know. They're like cyborgs.
Yeah.
I did. I survived. No, I survived 2 years in corporate, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. It was rough. It really sucks the life out of you, and whatnot. Like I get it. I get it. You got to do what you got to do, but man, it's just like it's not for creative individuals. You got to. It's you have to be
No,
a certain mindset, a certain type of like person that can handle that corporate life. But me, I wasn't built for that, and
neither was I.
so
We're too right brained for that stuff.
yeah, exactly.
That and
So
other things, but yeah, sure.
but, but then yeah, so then after that I left corporate around 2017, took a break for a little bit, and eventually I was like, all right, I want to get back to like using my degree because I wasn't using my degree for anything. So I was like, I want to use this
Yeah.
degree. I spent like all this money, got student loan debt. Like what,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do
At
here?
least my ROI on this sucker. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, let me try doing a business again. This time I actually understand how a business works and
Yeah,
all this
you got some
everything.
benefit from being in corporate America, so now you can use it.
Used all those different skills, and I also had support too. So this time I wasn't doing it by myself. I had my wife,
Yeah.
who understood business too. So then,
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, my
yeah,
wife does that for me too. So yeah.
yeah, and so we got the business set up, and then I started doing my thing, making my sales and doing my different jobs and events and everything, and here we are. We're years later, and we have regular clients who reach out to us. We're always getting
Yeah.
referrals here and there. We started the podcast this past year.
The podcast is awesome, buddy.
Thanks, man. And so just growing with that, and just keep pushing forward.
Just keep going. Go through those walls like a rhino. Exactly. So, I mean, you've done corporate, you've done the whole entrepreneurial thing the first time when it was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, don't know my head from my backside kind of thing. You did corporate again, and you finally left and you kind of like, I want to do the business the right way this time. What is the best thing about being an entrepreneur in your mind?
The best thing about being an entrepreneur is really being my own boss. I get to
Yeah.
make the rules. I get to set the standard,
Well,
and
except for your wife, because she's not your boss. Come on, let's be honest.
she's my co-boss.
Yeah.
Um,
So she wants you to think.
she's my human resource.
Oh,
um, it's cool, and like it's being an entrepreneur is not easy,
Oh,
and,
God, no.
and like how I
You
said,
work more. I think you probably work more.
yeah,
Seeing you everywhere, you probably work more now than you did with Verizon. or same amount.
I,
But you can also say I need a break, and you don't have to take time off.
I would
You can
say,
just,
probably around the same. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but at
yeah.
least the more is what I want to do versus
Oh, yeah.
being like having to do all this work and then I'm really not getting anything back out of it. You know,
Mhm.
that's the thing. Like when you work for somebody else, um, like like a corporation. I mean, really, you get a paycheck, but that's about it. You're not really getting anything else out of it.
There's no equity. There's nothing. It's
No, there's really nothing. So at least when I'm doing everything here, I'm building a brand, I'm building a business. Hopefully, if my kids are interested, they may inherit it from me in the future. But
If your kids are interested, how old are your kids?
they're one's about to turn 9, the other one is 6.
Yeah, so they've got some time.
Yeah, they got some time to think about it.
But do they have cameras of their own, or do they play with your stuff, or you don't let them near your stuff?
I don't let no. They got they got them little like kid like cameras that are like $30-$40 on Amazon.
Yeah, so if they drop them, it's like all right.
Yeah, I really don't care. It's like, oh, okay.
But have they showed interest in what mom and dad are doing? Or
Yeah, yeah. Mostly my older one. My youngest, she's just like, yeah, la da 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 da.
No? What's this button doing? The whole slates go off. And you're like, don't touch that button.
Yeah, my oldest, she's interested. It's, she's interested in a lot of different things. I mean, she just sees us doing a business and making money, and she's like, oh, I want to do that too. I was like, yeah, you'll do that too.
Awesome.
One day. Right now, enjoy being a kid.
Yeah. Being a kid was when we were kids, it wasn't as fun. But looking back on it, it was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, what I would give to be a kid again. Just for a day.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Exactly. So on the flip side, what keeps you up at night being an entrepreneur?
The toughest part that keeps me up at night is like, say for instance, like we have in the photography, videography world, we have high times and low times. So prepping for those low times, like making sure that, okay, what do we have in the bank? Okay, can we book some events or, whatever. So that way we can just keep it afloat. I mean, fortunately enough, my wife still has a full-time job elsewhere.
Wow.
So,
we're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show.
Oh.
She's doing the full-time job plus being your boss / sidekick.
yeah, right. Yeah, so she still helps out and everything. We did try for some time to have her work with me more full-time and then the other one part-time. And we tried it. It's tough. It's tough.
You need your break from your spouse. Because, I mean, remember, you have your kids and you're raising them together. So when you're done work, you're together. And, I mean, these couples that do it full-time together, and then they have full-time life together. I don't know how to do it. My wife would kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't so much of us being around each other all the time. That was actually probably one of the least least bothersome stuff. It was more or less just so the caliber of work that I needed from her, she couldn't give because I still was teaching her and training her. But then the balance of work and family and then her other job, it was just tough. Like, so
flip the script a little bit and
so
go back.
And that's where and as a leader you have to see where people are strong and people are weaker. And my wife is extremely talented and smart when it comes to accounting and finance and everything.
Yes, just keep her in that lane
and
exactly
such.
Where she's really
so
good at.
That's where she's more sticking in. She still helps out with some editing. She helps out with shoots here and there. We brought on an editor, so that now I actually have the support that I need for an editor. So
that you're not married to.
Yeah, right. He's got his own wife. So then that way is like me and him are able to work on this stuff. She helps make sure that we are where our books at, and stuff, and we're good to go. So
for me,
So it's good. We have a good thing going on, and it's like
love it.
It was growing pains. At first we both were butting heads a lot. Like I'd get frustrated and everything, but as I've grown, I've learned to understand that, like, hey, you gotta know where people are strong at. You gotta know where people are weak at. And like I said, she's brilliant with all that, the finance and the accounting and everything like that. And she is she's creative and she's smart. It's just that it's gonna take her more time to get to the point where I would need her. versus now, like, I already know, all right, you're already strong here. Why don't we just keep you strong here, and then we gradually build that other stuff up so you can grow
And also
into
where
it
you're
eventually.
not as strong, which is kind of key.
Yeah.
With the business side of things, like the accounting and all that. Like my wife does my QuickBooks. Thank God. I touch the QuickBooks and things go sideways. She's like, just don't touch it. I'll deal with it.
I know the feeling.
Exactly. So what is the most important thing to carry with you all the time?
Oh, man. Most important thing to carry with me. Are we talking about walking into the city of Philly, or are we talking?
Whatever you want. This can be as woo as you get. Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, let's see. Well, I would say the most important thing isn't necessarily a physical thing. It's a mental thing. The most important thing is the mentality of adaptability.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Of being able to just kind of go with the flow, because as an entrepreneur, you really don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Granted, you will maybe we do weddings and events. So then we'll book.
You kind of have an idea.
Out, so we have an idea of stuff, but being able to flow with the changes, because, for instance, when COVID happened,
oh, geez,
all of my events gone.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had another side of my business, real estate and architecture. That thrived.
Yeah, because that's stuff you could do outside. You could do remotely. You could edit stuff together. They could do the video side of things. You could edit it for them. You could give them advice, all that kind of stuff. It's really smart.
Yeah, so that side was booming and everything.
Oh,
so
thank God for you. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and that's what helped me to be able to still be a photographer and videographer now. Because if I didn't have that, I mean, there's so many other people.
Back at Verizon. Oh,
yeah, right.
Nothing against Verizon; they're a good company, but still, it's corporate. You don't have the buy-in that you have with your own company.
Yeah.
So where do you hang out the most online? If people want to connect with you and hang out with you online, is it LinkedIn? Is that your main hub?
Yeah. I mean, LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn a lot, and then also I'm on Facebook. I know I'm showing my age with the grays and talking about Facebook.
Yeah. No, but wedding photography, because you got to kind of hit where the brides are, essentially.
Well, on Facebook, there's a lot of community pages, so
Yes.
that's usually where people will tag and say hey, I'm getting married, blah, blah, in January. I'm looking for a photographer in the area.
I need a good-looking guy with good hair to take photos of me.
Right, and a strong chin. So.
Strong chin. Exactly. So awesome. Then the podcast is over at 23journeyscreative.com, right?
Yeah. So the podcast, www.23journeyscreative.com, and then you can find us on IG, Facebook at 23journeyscreative.
Love it, man. Dude, I'm so glad we finally got you on. We've been talking about this for a while, and it's just our schedules, being entrepreneurs,
yeah,
are all over the place, so. Thato, thank you so much for being on, my friend.
My pleasure, Seth. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, and we'll see everyone next week.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneur's Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.